Are you ready for today's message? So think of a situation in your life or a person in your life or something that's just really, you want some clarity on at this time. So we're going to get into your runes first of all. So just put that into the forefront of your mind and we'll see what we get. Okay, so there's a situation involving feeling restricted, feeling like maybe you're stuck by something. This could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be just an inability to really align yourself with something on a soul level. Maybe it feels a bit too surface level and you want something deeper. Well, Fayu is showing up here as that this thought is turning into an inspired action. So what you've been thinking here is actually going to manifest in your life. You're actually going to make those changes to free yourself up, to unrestrict yourself. Now, the downside of this is that this could affect some of your relationships or friendships. For many of you, this is to do with family. Well, so it could be that the choice you're making will impact the people who are already in your life. It's going to affect them in some kind of way. However, you've got to a point now with Wyrd showing up here that you absolutely can't ignore this truth within you. This is a calling that you have, something that you know you need to do, but something you also know that other people aren't really going to understand. But I feel like something may have happened recently in your life where you've kind of broken an illusion and you're seeing people in a different light around you. Maybe they have shown themselves in a way that you're like, I don't actually like what I'm seeing there. And it's only becoming more of a catalyst towards this soul alignment, this soul need that you are bringing into alignment. Mindful and group think. Okay, so if this hasn't already happened, I do see like a family meeting going on. This could be in your family unit. Perhaps you're having a meeting about who's going where and when. So for some of you, this could actually be like a relationship breakdown and there's a need to discuss things. Yeah. For others, this is actually like an intervention type of thing. So you're going to be sitting down with your loved ones and really expressing a truth, really just coming clean and allowing other people to express their truth around this as well. Somebody could have just recently turned 40. So somebody could recently turned 40 or had a very special birthday in the past couple of weeks. This is kind of saying that you're not too old or you haven't passed the point of being able to change things yet. But there are many people that they don't understand the path that you're taking. They don't understand why you're doing the things that you're doing. They may have looked at your life previously and thought like, well, I thought everything was absolutely fine. So why are you now changing everything? Well, sometimes there's a time to go, it's actually none of your business. This makes me happy and this is what I want. So just know it is going to affect some of your friendships, relationships if it hasn't already. And you may be disconnecting from certain family members at this time, but I don't feel that's necessarily a bad thing. But you are going to feel the pain of it. It's almost like you're going to feel like you've just cut your nose off to spite your face, or you've just cut off a lifeline or something. But when you've settled from that, and it will take a few weeks possibly, you may go through a bit of a grieving process, and it's always harder to grieve the people that are still living here, but not being able to have that relationship with them, that love with them, I feel like someone's getting really choked up about that because like my throat nearly closed up in that moment. But there's something around a birthday party, something about time as well, and things are you're just having these realizations of like time will not stand still, and I can't keep pretending I'm okay in these situations when I'm absolutely not. We have the 10 of Cups, so you're kind of moving out of a 5 of Pentacles situation into a 10 of Cups. So when you've given yourself enough time to realize actually this is the best option for you, this is actually going to work for you, and the proof will be in the pudding, because what you find is in these situations where you are leaving behind people or you are realizing this doesn't work for me, when you realize there's absolutely no effort in that person to understand your reasons why, or to even try and reconnect or reconcile, it tells you everything. And I feel like you're going to have that happen. And you are going to be gutted. I feel like you are going to be quite disappointed with certain people in your life, especially family members. But this 10 of Cups is showing me that, you know, all is not lost. This is leading you to something more fulfilling. And remember that family isn't necessarily your bloodline. It doesn't have to be your bloodline. Family can be from anywhere. And family is really what hits you here. Family is what shows up for you anytime, unconditionally. You know, doesn't matter what state you're in or mood you're in, or if you're absolutely being a complete and utter knob or something, but that love is still there. That's what family is, and that doesn't have to be bloodline. That can be anything. So yes, so you're going to be feeling that heartbreak from this. There's going to be some, not devastation, but just feeling of, this hurts and I don't like it. But you need to find the courage and the strength to move through that. It's interesting, I always find these cards interesting with what's on there, and there's poppies all around here. I do feel that on the 5th of November, which is actually only a couple of days away, there's something significant going to happen where your strength is going to really be seen. I feel like your ability to go, I'm not fighting. It's a bit, you know what that card reminds me of is the big bad mouse. What is that, Caitlin? The Gruffalo. The big bad mouse. And the mouse is so smart that he basically creates this like mouse that's larger than life, but it's just a little tiny mouse. And he's got all of the biggest predators afraid of something that doesn't really exist. Now, I'm not saying you're going to make people afraid of a version of you that doesn't really exist, but it's more being smart, being intelligent, having the power to overcome something that could be necessarily scary through mentality. So you're going to overcome the emotion of this through the mentality, understanding, you know, let's look at the facts. When I'm around these people, or when I'm around this situation, I don't feel good. And I tend to come away feeling like I'm not really being myself. I feel like I'm being a version of me that these people need, or that someone else needs. And when I speak my truth, people tend to disappear or disregard me. So you're having these realizations. And that key part of you that you've unlocked now has broken this illusion that has been riding in your life for a long time. But I feel like for the past 5 years, you may have been feeling the cycles that have been breaking down in your life, and you're realizing there's a reason for that. Your spirituality is rising. Your connection to God is getting stronger and deeper. You may be having deeper dreams. You may be having a calling to become part of a community of like-minded people, a spiritual community. So some of you are going to be forming friendships and relationships, if you've not already started that, through some kind of community to do with spirituality. So that could be joining a spiritualist church, or going to a Christian church, or you're gathering with people in the forest, that kind of thing, you know. It could be any type of religion. There's no real basis for that. It can be anything, but it feels like you are connecting with a group of people that have the same values as you. They understand the same things as you, and it's going to feel like family. It's going to feel warming. So there's movement coming, and if you can see that little heart in the top there, which resonates with the 3 of Swords, so you're going to move away from the heartbreak. You're going to start, look, is it a honey badger? I think it's a honey badger. He's moving away from the heartbreak, you know, and it's coming towards you. Now, honey badgers to me are like, they can be very aggressive and territorial. They don't back down from a fight. They have a strong presence, and I feel like that's what you're bringing forward here. And it's from that, you unlocking that key of like, where is the illusion here? What do I really need to see? And it's almost like you've turned a real corner, maybe in the past couple of days, and this is going to come into full illumination on the 5th. And I've just picked the Chariot out. It was on the bottom, but I've just picked it out. So yeah, that's kind of confirming to me, in the next couple of days, expect this movement to happen. Now, if this resonates with you, I'd love to go deeper into what this group is and what's going to happen. So yeah, drop me a DM if this resonates with you. Have a blessed day.